Ah yes, the ritual sacrifice to our corporate overlords has begun. Pausing.
Hello, 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 and welcome. How's it going, guys? Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. I'm glad to be about to be in Unreal. Today's been rough. Today's been rough. Yeah. Plan is to continue what we were doing yesterday, which is setting up the meta progression shop and getting all of the things updated, be able to control it all from one spreadsheet, not spreadsheet, data table, which is basically a spreadsheet. And I was actually thinking, because a lot of stuff is controlled from data tables, and you can split the game up in, like, package it in sections, like tell it, like, these files are one, like, section, these files are another section. Technically speaking, I could like put the data tables or a data table in one section, and then you can update. I can just update the data tables, and that'd be a very small update technically, which would be very easy for like patching and things of that nature. If I needed to like make a patch for the value of something, I wouldn't need to like re-download a ton of stuff, because it'll be just that like one little file. I mean, that's way in the future. Obviously, right now I'm just packaging the whole thing. I'm not doing like updates and stuff like that. I don't know if there's a way for me to do quote unquote an update. Because if I was to repackage, there's no way for me to be like, oh yeah, you only need this file. I guess unless when you did a export, if it kept, no, even it wouldn't be able to keep the date even, because when you repackage it, right, all the files get new dates. So you couldn't even say like, oh, let's just keep only like overwrite the new files. Well, they're all new files technically. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure like places like Steam have a setup for it, where it just compares probably the files. It was like, hey, if this one's changed, this one's changed. This is my guess. And then it does those. Yeah. That's the plan for today. Shall we get into that plan? Because I want to get into Unreal. So, yesterday, we got 4 or 5 done. I don't remember. Let's take a look. All right, we got 5. Oh, but we didn't set this one up. So these are 4 are set up. This one needs to be set up. This is our new layout. Back button doesn't even work, but this is being updated, which is nice. So we need to do deck size limit up. So I need to go to, where do I control that? Well, do I need to do that right now? No, I don't think I do. I think that needs to happen when the button is pressed. Because all I need to do is just set the variable to be 5 more. So yeah, I think we don't need to then. Let's just go ahead and add the next one, which is the starting cards. So, you know what? I need a new name for these. And I need a good name for them. So I'm gonna ask not Grok. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT because it is a little more creative, from my experience. I have a deck builder, and in my game, and in it you can have cards in a side deck, if you will. That get activated when you start the game. Or when you enter the dungeon. Compared to the normal deck that you get cards from and activate during the dungeon. What should I call those cards? I just need some, yeah, pre-run passive, yeah, so it understands what it means. Loadout cards. Starting cards. See, starting cards is what I have. Yeah, exactly. Very clear, but slightly bland. Yeah, that's exactly my problem with it. So, you know what? It figured out what I wanted. So, yeah. Setup cards, preparation cards, passive cards, no. Talents, traits, augments, no. Like, none of these kind of work. Pre-dungeon cards does it. They're not setup cards. They just get activated at the beginning. I guess I'll keep on starting cards. Damn it, ChatGPT! You gave me the exact name that I'm using right now. Ya bastard. Find my little list. Starting deck size is what I have it called starting deck size because it's starting cards, so starting deck. Yeah. So this is starting deck size. Starting deck size limit up because we're doing right. So yesterday at the end of the stream, right, we were figuring that out. So instead of the previous one, which was kind of two variables, we're doing it in one variable. So it's gonna go from 1 to 10, and at 1 to 3 we'll have one slot automatically. At 4 to 6 we'll get a second slot, and at 7 to 10 we'll get a third slot. But otherwise, that is going to be how much the starting deck cost or starting deck limit you're going to be able to do that automatically activates. So at full, you'll have 2 tier 3s if you wanted to, which I think is plenty. Then I want to make it so you just activate an unlimited amount of cards. The starting deck size limit by variable. So this one's going to be increasing it by 1 for sure. We don't want 2 here, 1. And I need to go grab starting card, this icon. I don't know why you can't press the navigate and then just click it in. You have to first open this. I think you can even close it back up. And then it works. I don't know. Not a big deal. Okay, so we have this. Now, starting deck size. It's gonna this probably like here. Ooh, that should not be on that. Crit chance up. No, this is crit damage up. Damage up. Okay, now we're good. Sorry, so this now is starting. No, this is deck size. It's this one. My goodness. My goodness, and then this is this one. Deck. No. This is the starting one. Damn it. Can I just reorder that for my own sanity? I don't think I have it here. Oh, reordering is probably going to crash everything and close everything. We could try. We can certainly try meta unlocks. I just want to put deck upgrades above starting deck size upgrades. Ooh, deck size above. Yes, safe. Save everything. It actually worked. It didn't crash. Woohoo! Okay. I probably close you now. Close you. Close you. I will probably do this. Okay, so we need to. This is the wrong though. So we need to get the starting card. Starting. Okay, starting card current count. Indexes. I need to. Well, I guess no. I just need to know the upgrades, right? Because the upgrades literally is the current amount. Because it only ever increased by 1. So obviously, if I have no upgrades, it's gonna be the right value. Yeah. Nice and simple. There we go. Increase the starting deck size limit by 1 from 0 to 1. Cost this. The size of these needs to go up because this is not filling the full. This is made for 6 wide. I just realized. Okay. Let's adjust. Is it height override? Ooh, I might need to adjust that height override once I adjust the scale. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. Current card scale. Current card widget. Override card scale. I don't think I've ever used the fill once I set it up, so I might just remove that. $1.25. That's really close, actually. 1.15. Hey, Airman, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Just gonna go to bed and want to check out the stream. Well, welcome and have a good night, I guess. Point 2. Does it have no hold on, where's the padding between all these? Oh, where's the padding? There we go. So that's right. We just need to make it now a little bit smaller and then we're good. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I hope you have a good night's rest. Is it because of the padding on the right that this has happened? I think this is because of the padding on the right. What if instead I did left padding 10, right padding 0? I guess the result is the same. Just be a little bit smaller. You're in Turkey? It's almost 6 a.m. where you are? Wait, You're going to bed you're supposed to be waking up maybe at 6 a.m. Maybe you're going to bed at 6 a.m. I feel like the time's not quite right. No? It's fine. Why do I get this one to be a little wider? Is it from, I think it's from you. I add, wait, why can't I add padding on you? Oh, it's on the skill box. Aha. And now I can adjust the other one. You know, well, I mean, not only is half the battle, now you have the option of choosing to do something about it or not. And my money is on you choosing not to do anything about it, and you being just fine as it is. Okay, I think that's good. The only thing is I want to have more padding up top. Just because it's a little too far there, and then that should be better. Okay. Let's take a look. That's better. I will say the distance between them feels bigger. But I don't think it is. I think it's just because they feel bigger. No, because we have 9, I think this fits better. What I could try, do I want to line them up vertically? Always been a night owl, but you also slept during the day, so just got out of a long, satisfactory gameplay. I see where your priorities lie. I've never played, so I can't relate on the satisfactory front, but I understand. I remember when I was like, this was 10 years ago. This was in Path of Exile beta. I would wake up, play Path of Exile for 10 hours. No, for 16 hours. And then go to sleep. And then wake up and play for 16 hours. Obviously with breaks for restroom, food, stuff. But pretty much all day, I would just play Path of Exile from morning to night. You shouldn't line them up vertically to give the user scrollable feeling? What does that mean? I shouldn't line them up vertically to give the user scrollable feeling. I mean, what compared to what? And more than 15 cards? No, I'm gonna have 9. In that window, I'm gonna have 9. But every other place, that's just how it is for everywhere else. Okay. This one's just gonna have 9 cards because it's a meta progression shop, and I'm just making it look like cards for everything, just to have a consistency here. But yeah, there's only gonna be 9 currently. Is the design. Yeah, right there. Health, damage, crit chance, crit damage, starting deck size, regular deck size, which I guess is reversed, extra dungeon currency, extra boss currency, and curse reduction. Having one line there would be terrible. And then we have the option of adding more, if we so wish. And the last one will be visible, but it'll be like cut off, or I'll make it just slightly smaller. So it'll fit actually all of them. I don't see myself having that many, but who knows? I can technically already set this up. Unclicked. I just need to grab you. Yeah, that's all I needed to make that button work. Hey, Sir Armand, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yep, there we go. Sweet. Okay, next one. So we have the deck size, starting deck size, extra dungeon currency. I need to figure out a new. I mean, it's not gonna be blood anymore. I don't know. Is it resonance? I forget. I wrote it down in Obsidian of what it is called. But yeah. Let me let's go next. So we'll do dungeon currency. And we'll just add them all. And we'll set them all up. You made 8 Pokemon in the past hour from statue to full animation. So you have sped up. Good job. Hello, job got wrecked. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Find your PCG videos. They have been amazing to learn from. I'm glad. Happy to help. Dungeon currency, boss currency, and curse reduction. Boss currency drops up. That is not boss, that is dungeon. I'm on the dungeon one. Fixing the eyes in Blender from white to normal is pretty easy now. Fixing the eyes in Blender from white. Oh, do they not have like eyes? Their eyes are just pure white spheres. Let's see. Okay, descriptions. We're gonna need on all of them. You gotta get the normal map, mask, and 4 layers, and add them together, and add colors to the mixed color node in Blender. Then bake the image. Just get the image. Pokemon's eyes have layers for some reason, and importing a collada file doesn't fix it. You gotta do it manually. I don't know what most of that is, but I'm glad You gotta figure it out. Ability description for dungeon currency. Increase dungeon currency drop. I need to find the name of it specifically by variable. I need to figure out the name of the dungeon currency specifically because it's not gonna be blood. So okay, we're gonna increase the dungeon currency drop by how much? Probably 5%. And again, do 5. It's gonna be the third. Yeah, index 3 on these. 5, 5, 3. This is gonna be boss currency drop. Drops, probably. Boss currency drops. Dungeon currency drops. There's multiple. It's fine. Curse reduction. 5. We can do 5% here as well. We can limit it by we can limit it to 10 upgrades. I don't. That way, it'll be limited to 50% curse reduction. Or 15 if I want like 75% curse reduction. But I feel like that's too much. So I'm going to say 1%. 1% seems way too low though. 2%? 3%? 2.5%? We can go 2.5%. 2.5%, 10 upgrades get you 25%. Curse reduction, 20 will be 50. I think that's fine. Let's go 2.5%. There's a percent with a decimal point. All of these then. And then these are... Can I select multiple? I cannot. These are also all percentages. And these are all percentages. Okay. Reduce I have cursed cards, but I mean the player doesn't really know they're cursed cards. So I'll guess reduce cursed card effect by variable. It should be fine. Okay, so we have the additional blood dropped one. We'll do that for the dungeon currency for now. We also have the curse reduction up here. Boss currency compared to regular currency, I don't have a picture for. Let's grab a picture. Game icons. Do you plan to do some voice lines like the hero speaking or some enemies? Well, the main character is female, so I don't plan to do any voice lines for the main hero speaking. It would sound ridiculous. Like, if I get to the point where I have like extra funds for the game somehow to do voice acting, sure, I'd love to do voice acting, but I don't plan on doing voice acting. Like, I would love to, but gotta be realistic to some degree, at least. I'm not gonna use AI for voice acting. Not doing that. The cost of voice acting, unless you go with like the best people in the world, isn't high enough for me to be like, yes, I'm gonna go voice act like with that. Like, you can get, like, for something what I'm doing, you probably knock out all the voice line in a few hours. Yeah, it's gonna be several $100s, maybe $1,000, but then the quality would be so much better. I don't know. You'll use AI for the first shot, and when the trailer and Steam page you get some amount of wishlist, you would hire some actors. I mean, you can do that. Just keep in mind that some people will not wishlist because you're using AI as well. So some people will specifically not wishlist even though you're going to replace later. Because right now, right, it's going to say AI. So as long as you're aware of that, you should be good. Ooh, this one's actually not bad for a boss one. Let's go with this one for boss currency. Open source location. It will just not show the AI voice lines in the trailer? Or do you mean something else? Oh, so Steam has the policy where if you're using AI in the game, right, you have to disclose that you're using AI in the game. It's not about it being in the trailer or not. It's about, is there AI in the game? And some people care a lot about that. Others don't. We're all AI? I'm just the A. I'm just artificial. I'm not intelligent. Hello, NG Talks. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. 4 a.m. in Spain. This is the best stream you could get on recommended. So many questions. So many questions. Starting with, why are you watching streams at 4 a.m.? And second, I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. Because I can be like, oh shit, I got this guy. This is the best he could do. Some people generate whole features that are buggy as SF, and it's not considered AI, but when you generate a poster in a game and AI is bad, look, I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't know if you saw the absolute insanity that happened because from Larian saying that they used AI, they allowed their concept artists to use AI to kind of get some ideas or something. Even though they have so many concept artists and they're the ones that are choosing to do it. Same thing with Expedition 33, having left the AI placeholders in that they removed. They just forgot a few placeholders. Like, it's crazy out there. I'm gonna change the from curse card effect to curse card debuff. This is also what I mean. Thank you for lying to me. It was insane with Expedition 33. Who cares if AI? It looks good and exactly. Like, I'm in the same boat. Like, if you're going to spend the time to make things fit in your world, which is the biggest thing, and the player has fun and everything fits and everything works together, doesn't matter to me. I just care, like, from a player point of view, I just care about a good game. How you got there doesn't matter to me. If they told me they typed something, I typed a single line into an AI and they gave them Expedition 33, I'd be like, shit, probably should worry about the industry, but that's still a great game. It doesn't change the game. Just like someone else's opinion on the game doesn't change how I feel about the game. Why should it? I am not them. It's the same thing. But the world is weird. So there's all sorts. Hey, guys, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, wrong one. Copy. It's been rough, but I'm happily in Unreal right now. You should add the exact same posters and then post about it and see the artist rebuilt them pixel by pixel, but by hand. That wouldn't fly, and you know it. Because then the problem is the goalpost keeps moving. Like, they'll find something else to complain about. And the goalpost will just move. Oh, but you used it as reference. Can't you use AI as reference? Right. So now it's not AI itself, but it was used as reference. Even if they change it. Mine is going to have AI's reference. Like, yeah. A lot of it is referenced by AI originally to get the base idea, and now it's starting to be like more of a, whatever it is. We need currency, boss currency, curse reduction. Let's do this one. Yeah, 3 times. I am not an well, I'm a part-time, I guess, indie creator, in a sense that I'm just a content creator who's making a game, or I'm a person who's making a game that happens to be a content creator. I don't know, however you want to call it. I don't know which one I am. Who knows? One of those things. No one is born with knowledge. Debatable. It depends how you define knowledge. I can make anything debatable, to be fair. Everything is debatable. Doesn't mean it's a good debate, but it is debatable. Because they know how to breathe, right? Babies know how to breathe. That takes brain power. Technically, is that knowledge? I mean, I don't know. How do you define knowledge? Yeah, I know, knowing how to breathe and shit like that. Yeah. You're good. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, hey, you know, depends how you define knowledge. You know how to breathe. Is that knowledge? I don't know. So we can go dungeon currency upgrades. We're gonna need to grab how much it is per. We need this setup. So we're gonna get the information from it. And we can control how much it is per. Now, this one's, I mean, technically, because that is times this for the current amount. I need to add also 100. Because whatever it is plus 100. Because otherwise it's going to assume that I only have like 5% drop when I have like 105% drop. So you know what? Let's do that, and I'll rehook these up with this as the base. Okay, gotta grab it all. Okay, there we go. You're doing some thinking, and you have like 20 animations per character and making 100 playable characters as NPCs. Dear God, are you sure you haven't scoped too big? Why do you have 2,000 custom animations? Can you not reuse? You really should set it up where you can reuse. Or like do the, or transfer the animations. Do not make custom ones, dear God. I mean, unless they have like a special attack, I guess all of them, but if it's like walking, running, things like, you know, normal, like they'll have different body parts. There's gotta be a way, right? There's gotta be a way. Like, I know what you mean, but that sounds miserable. Oh, this is curse reduction. Curse reduction does not need the reduction here. We just need this. Because that would be too much. This doesn't need it. And this is boss currency drops up, and curse reduction. Each of them have a custom rig and animation set manually made in Blender. Are these just Pokemons? That's something you don't get bored because you like it? I mean, that is good. That is good. Yeah, I mean, most Pokemon though are either right quadruped or biped. Yeah, they're technically slightly different. Like some might have a tail or something, but at least the biped part you theoretically should be able to copy over. But I guess then you need to animate the tail and stuff. He's doing 3D. There we go. So yeah, so now it says increased dungeon currency drops by 5%. So it's gonna go from 100% to 105%, which is correct. Increased boss currency drops by 5%, 100 to 105, and reduce cursed card debuff by 2.5%. So it's gonna go from 0 to 2.5%. I could. No, I feel like I was thinking like I could go 100% minus that value, but I feel like no. If everything's increasing, it just makes it better to keep it consistent. Okay, so we have. Yeah, it all works. Okay. So the next thing to do is to make it so I can actually buy and use currency. Kind of important. Hello, Commander Tib Tib. It took me a moment to read your name. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, it actually says first time chat from viewer in the display. That's cool. I just noticed that. I wonder if that's a daily. Is that a daily thing or is that a? I wonder if it's a daily thing. Okay, so let's close some stuff that we don't need right now. We'll reopen it as needed. This we're good on. Okay, we're gonna need you. Wait. Where's the... Where are their overrides? Pretty sure you're supposed to have overrides. Hey Zebra, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You got your spaghetti code working? Nice. Are you gonna make it still? Are you gonna fix up the spaghetti to make it no longer spaghetti, or are you gonna throw some meatballs on there and make it a delicious spaghetti meatballs scenario? Where is this? Oh, I've unhovered and hovered and unhovered. Oh, I just entirely killed the on-clicked, haven't I? Did you teach yourself how to code while doing this? Nice. Am I going to put some Chicken parm on top of it. Oh, that sounds delicious. Okay, that is not printing. Why is it not printing? Hey, Dylan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm able to keep you saying this like the ultimate sanity check. Well, compared to what I was doing earlier today, to me, this is like, I really needed it. I had to do VFX work earlier today. Oh, it was painful. It was painful. Like, I felt actual dread. Why is on click not being detected? Oh, it wasn't about being difficult. It's not the difficulty. So, like, today I had to go into Substance Painter, which is like fine. I haven't done like proper texture work in Substance Painter in like a decade, but you know, sure. Like, it's not like I can't look things up that I've remembered a decade ago. Like, I know how to do masks typically, that's all I do, but I'm like, oh, well, shit, it's not going for Unreal. Where do I get textures? If it's going to Unreal, I can just use all of Quixel Bridge, all of textures. I can grab textures on Fab. Where do I get textures? We don't have a texture library at work. So that was a whole thing. And it's like, oh right. And then then it's like, okay, well I can't use any of my nice material. I love materials in Unreal. I'm so used to them. So like, okay, I can't do any of that. Okay. So, and then it's like, okay, well now I have to put it into like V-Ray, which I need to be like baby fed and like, how do you do it? Because there's no tutorials for that on YouTube. Yeah, it was painful. It was, and I didn't really know what, like the assignment also just one of those like, you know, it's like my supervisor is like, oh yeah, you can just, you know, look at this other thing for reference, and I'm looking at it like it's a solid color, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I don't know what he wants now. Like, okay, well, I guess. Like I felt so like I feel so useless. Where like, and slow, and I do not like feeling those things. that's really the biggest problem, is I don't like feeling slow but doing something, because I'm used to doing things at a certain speed for Unreal, and like, oh yeah, let me just, you know, model whatever, throw it into Unreal, right? That whole process is quick, and the feeling of being slow and like just having someone need to like baby feed me, like, I just really don't like that feeling. But yeah, like I got out of VFX a long time ago. Like, I don't want to go back. You every day useless and slow? No, you'll get faster. Like, if I kept doing it, obviously I'll get faster and better, but it's also that I just don't enjoy it. So wait, it's detecting hover, but it's not detective clicked? Oh god, what is the problem? Is it that it's not focusable? It is focusable. It's this crap again. Why is it not detecting unclicked, but it's detecting unhovered and unhovered? No. It's a free program on Edge that lets you create textures pretty easily, like Substance Designer, kind of, but it's not as in depth. Oh, I don't need to like create customs. I just need like a scratched metal. Like I just need like the very basic textures. So I don't need like to create stuff. Pokemon has forced you to learn every aspect of game design. Hey, nothing wrong with that. You just had that problem and can't remember how you fix it? No, Zebra.
I have stopped the Earth's rotation until the ads are dead.
Are you doing it through an interface or by a reference? I mean, I just have a widget that is a common button. And it's detecting the hover. Doesn't Substance Painter have a scratch metal already? It could. Because it's been that long since I've used Substance Painter to like actually do texturing inside of Substance Painter. I don't remember. Like this is not something I focus in. I do like my stuff is more environments and layered materials, all done in Unreal. I throw in the tileable textures in Unreal, do the masks all in Unreal. Like, yeah. I just haven't done it in so long because I haven't needed to. You bought armor paint off Itch.io this year because you ain't buying Adobe anymore? I don't know what armor paint is. First time I've heard of it. You can go to the Adobe free stuff online. Didn't know they had stuff. Yeah. I've been so spoiled by Quicksilver Bridge just being built into Unreal for over... Well, it's over 6 years. Not 7. Or coming up on 7? That... yeah, been a little spoiled in that regard. I'm like, what do I do now? Yeah, this has nothing. This is just a base common button. There are Unreal plugins for Adobe stuff. I wouldn't be surprised. There's Unreal plugins for everything. It's great. Change the material properties inside Unreal and don't need to rework the on Painter or Designer. Oh yeah, yeah, I know about the Substance plugins for Unreal. Yep. They're good. I think I tried them like a long time ago. Like many years ago. Okay, so Hover works. Only thing I can think of then is how about the mouse stuff? A mouse button down. That's probably where the problem lies. When it's a meta progression shop and not sold out. Oh, it should do call cart selected. Hold on, is it already doing this? I might not need the thing that I'm doing. I think it's because I'm doing it through there. Yeah, okay. So already doing call cart selected. So what I want to do is this is not doing anything. So can I do... Bind event to card selected. It's on itself. Custom event. By shop card. What happened to my setup though? Hold on. I feel like, didn't I have a whole thing? I feel like I'm missing something. Like, I remember there was the tick thing, which I removed. Yes. Oh, I know what I'm thinking of a different widget. I'm thinking of the card unlock stuff. I'm thinking of here, where I have this, where I basically bind to the card selected here and then do stuff. That's why. Okay. So do you know what? Let's do the binding on here as well. Bind to card selected. Create a matching function on card selected. Most of our stuff is painter. You can find some designer too. Really? I thought most of them would be for designer, not painter. Yeah, okay. So we're printing. Good. So what we need to do is check whether or not we have the currency, first of all. So we're going to need to know the card tier info. Which is where we're storing the stuff right now. Ooh, wait, where are we storing the cost anywhere? We're not, are we? I really should store the cost somewhere. Okay, where do we store the cost? This is variable 3. No, let's do... I mean, the easiest place would be probably the cursed of variable 3. So we can store that there. So then we can get the information from tier 3, tier cursed, which is going to be the stored card cost. Yeah, we can work with that. Now we're storing the cursed here is the index of meta currency. I don't know why I don't put spaces in this one. There you go. I'm actually tagging them. For once, I'm using the little comment thing because I know that this is very much not like straightforward. So I'm gonna let's actually write things down. Okay, so now we need to do is we need to find which one we have. Right? So I should be able to grab the current meta unlocks. Oh, no, hold on. Not current meta unlocks. I need... Get meta shark collectibles? Yeah, meta shark collectibles in game. No, I need to do this. No. Where am I starting at? Meta collectibles? Ah, meta collectibles. Okay. So. I really wish I could get a selected index of a struct, but still we cannot do that. So we can do a switch on int. Put this in here. Oh no, not switch. I need to do select on int. Okay, so we have all this. So now we know how many of whichever one we need. How much of whichever one we have. Then I can say, hey, is this greater or equal to the cost of this? Okay. If it is, we'll just say, actually, let's do, you. Otherwise, insufficient currency. Insufficient, no. Insufficient thing. So right now, whenever we try to do anything here, it should say insufficient currency. Insufficient currency. Okay, good. Because we have 0. So now let's go ahead and give her some currency. That unlocks. No. We don't need this one. We need another one. So what's a debug key we can use? We were using 890 7 as well. It's actually a button. We can go with the next one down. Is it number minus? I'm pretty sure it's just minus. Why is it giving me the numpad one only? Oh, can I not do those otherwise? It has to be the number. Oh, okay. Let's do. I think we're not using 6 for anything yet, because the abilities are 1, 2, 3, 4, and then left click, right click. So 6 should be available. So we can just do set. Meta collectibles. We'll do 0, 5, 10, 15 as our test. Did it not work? Oh, we haven't hooked up the display. That would help. These don't actually update yet. They are variables. So let's go to the event graph. We'll do it on construct. So we need to do game mode, get get meta collectibles. And then we need to do set text, set value, set current value. You're in the way. I don't think we need to do this. I don't think we'll ever need to do this on this one. But I guess we might as well keep it. It's fine. I guess it doesn't hurt. Okay. You Okay. Let's see how it breaks. Something tells me it's going to be in the wrong order. Yes, it is. Because we've changed the order. So, under the hood, I need to change the order. Oh, not under the hood, sorry. No, the problem is they're named wrong. Because now it's yeah, let's do 1, 2. Because I changed the order on these. 3 and 4. Now, I am going to need to check also, because I'm probably going to forget. You guys. What are we doing here? I opened the wrong thing. I meant to open you. Set selected shark collectible inside of the game mode. Ooh, hold on, go back. Oh, this is the icon. Set selected shard collectible. So all we're doing is setting it, which is fine. How are we storing? How are we storing it? Like which one it is? Icon makes sense. Save and load variables, yeah, all fine. I mean, I guess I'll trust my previous self to just... Here we go. Here we go. So this needs to be reordered now. Okay. That's where it is. Just do a screenshot of this. I could have done this differently and not needed to reorder this, but I did it the dumb way, and so I need to reorder them. Because this is now meta 2. This is meta 3, and the other one's meta 4. I don't think this part probably doesn't matter, but we'll find out. I want to find out where we add them to the selected share collectibles. Populate HUD, set and load variables, get the information, get it, return it, set it. Oh, this is selected share collectible. No, I need to, it's not the collect. I need to get the... Get meta collectibles. No, myself. Get meta collectibles. I really need to rename this stuff. You just gets the meta collectibles. And meta collectibles, so it does this, adds it to Metashare collectibles. But why is this an array? Hold on. This just stores the information of the shard. Not how, we have the quantity here though. No, we have the quantity here. Which makes me question what the hell this is. Previous me, what did you do? What did I do? Because this is where it's stored. Here, let me do this. I'm going to change the name of this. Get meta collectible. This is going to be get meta collectibles. Shard count. Now we can search for this specifically. Now it has a more unique name. And figure out what the hell I did. Name things a little more unique, guys. Don't be like me. Okay, here we go. Yep, doing it here. Yep. The only other place that we're using is here and a ton in the Meta Progress shop. Or we're getting it. Okay. So that all is fine. So this is the original shop. I was getting the information from here, so it should be all correct. If I was to just believe my previous self, it should be correct. That doesn't answer the question. So let's go back to here. And this is the meta collectibles. Yep. Shard counts. And now that we've renamed it to something more unique, I can get all the access to it. And the only place where it is being used Oh, okay, I found another one. Is here where I set it. And here where I get it. So at no point am I setting this value anywhere. Like, genuinely. That's it. Okay, previous me. What the hell? Do I just kill it and something ain't right. Okay. The nervous laughter is real. I wouldn't call it nervous laughter. It's the realizing just how stupid I am laughter. I'm not nervous about it. It's the realizing that I'm even more stupid than I thought I was. And I thought I was already pretty stupid. So. Because everywhere we're using this. Okay. This S collectible. Let me see. So here we're getting the quantity and all of that stuff. Oh, you know what I should check? I know what I should check. I love who I am, but I don't like who I used to be. I mean, you don't have to like who you were or who you are. You just have to accept it. That is the way it is, though. And I've accepted I am stupid. I make tons of mistakes. Lots of issues come around, but I've accepted it. I know it'll happen. I just have to be okay with dealing with the consequences or, you know, try to avoid them. And then, you know, you don't need to love yourself. It's fine. As long as you're okay with that. I want to go to one of the levels. Shouldn't really matter which one because they all should have it. And find the pickup. You also view your past self as someone else for real? I mean, they are someone else in the biological sense, right? Your cells get replaced every how often? So after a certain point, you know, it is effectively a different person. Sorry, Copper. Previous me did it, not present me. That doesn't work though. This thing. This is what I want to see. Okay, so here we're using set a Metashard collectible in-game instance. And we're getting the game mode and game instance shark collectibles. Metashard collectible and game instance. I just need to do this one. I don't think I need to do this one. Okay, so we're doing this, which is all fine. It adds it to the game instance inside of... it adds the information inside the game instance. Let me do set meta share collectible in game instance. Which literally just sets the value. Yep. So then after that, right, it goes here where we get it eventually. And then we set it to be the meta car collectibles. So, I need to look at this array, right? Has like all of the information of everything. The problem is this S collectible. I believe it's also how I'm storing the dungeon stuff. Oh no, it is literally called Metashard Collectibles. No, this is correct. So what I need to do then is for each of them, instead of this, which I don't know why it's that way, get Metashard Collectibles. Right, grab you instead. The problem now becomes is I need to figure out which one's which. So we do a for each loop. And I guess I need to switch on string to figure out which one's which. Because we just need to get the name of them, I think. Let's go back real quick to this one. Collectibles. So these are all the collectibles, right? It includes the currencies from the bosses. Not just the meta shards. Maybe I should separate them and make my life easier. Innocent until cells prove otherwise. I like that. I should probably separate these out into two data tables. One that is the boss collectibles, and one that is the meta progression collectibles. That would simplify things a lot. Okay, let's duplicate this. This is going to be called shard collectibles. And it's going to be boss collectibles. I'm not going to modify the boss collectibles yet. I'm going to look at the reference view though. And item. Where is this being used? Here. We're doing based off of this meta item pickup. So here, instead of boss collectible, this is the shark collectibles. Same information, but different. So that will take care of that one. Just looking to you. Okay, this is again the shark collectibles here. Add boss currency. So this one is the boss ones. Okay. Yep. Yep, okay. So theoretically now, this is the boss collectibles. So here I should be able to remove these 4. And the shark collectibles, remove the boss ones. Okay. Now, to make sure that these are separated, I need to modify this add to collectibles total in GI. This needs to be different. So I need to the collectibles total. I need another one that is like add to boss collectibles. In GI. Okay. Add to boss collectibles in GI. Swap all of this out. And we're using the same variables and everything. We're just splitting it into. Sorry, we're using the same variable type, but because it has the same all the same information. If needed to, we can change that as well. But for now, let's just clean it up and separate those two things, and it's gonna make my life a lot easier because we've ran into too many issues with the naming of this. We're having to like, oh, which collectible is it? They're both collectibles, right? Because they're boss currencies or meta progression currencies, but calling them all collectibles is just not a great idea. Okay, so now we have the add to boss collectibles in game instance. What's the game instance? Add to so this is GI collectibles total. So this is now instead of collectibles total, it's specifically shard collectibles total, or just shard collectibles. And then I'll duplicate this and call this one boss collectibles. Okay. And then we will need to add in the interface. Okay. I'm going to need to rework the game over screen that also gets all the information later. One thing at a time, though. Now we're saving them separately, though. Okay. Which also means that this whole thing should not even exist. This variable, meta collectibles shark counts, should not even exist. So find all the references of this. Okay, that's the only place. Delete. Delete. Okay, then get meta collectibles shark count. So for this, I'm actually going to keep this blueprint interface. I'm going to change the output though. I'm going to change them to integers. And I'm going to add all of them here. So if I ever want to get just the how many there are, I will be able to do that. I'll just set it up to grab it from a loop. So here now, MetaShare collectibles. Then we do a for each loop. Now I need to check the name of it. Right? That's probably the best way. Switch on string. Probably. Because I can't do the select by string. Okay, so what we do now is go to first one. I don't like that I'm hard coding it to the name though, because I know I'm gonna change the name later. But I don't think there's any other way. Okay, so now we have all of these. We now need some local variables. This is going to be collectible a quantity integer. So I need to do all the different ones, and then we're going to be setting them. Based off of the quantity. And then when it's complete here, lapse. Okay. On completed, we just need to output the different amounts. And obviously, if I have none of them, right, then it'll just output 0 because that is the default. Okay. Good. Now I can go and find all of these to fix them. Yeah, so this is now broken, but basically I have just bypassed a struct here. Effectively. There, and then obviously this whole place doesn't really matter, but I know it's going to complain if I don't do this, so I'm just going to... These... This is the old shop widget, which I don't really care about right now. anymore. I was going to complain about the... Do I just nuke it at this point? Is there anything here that I want to keep before nuking it? We already got... we have all the images. We have everything. Obviously, I'm not keeping the layout, the buttons, nothing here. Yeah, I think we can just nuke this thing. Just nuke it. Which means I could probably also nuke this. Nuke this. I don't think we're even using this anymore. Nice. Okay. So now we've separated that out. Here we need to do set meta shark collectibles. Ooh. Let's do a get data table row names. Shard collectibles. For each loop. Data row. Share collectibles of this. And then here, instead of doing you, that doesn't really matter. Get meta shark collectibles. Or yes, can I do... Is there an ad? Do I have an ad? I don't have an ad, do I? No, it's fine. All right, we'll do this, but I want to do a set members. And I want to set the quantity. The quantity that I'm going to set is just going to be the index multiplied by 5. So that way we have different values for them for testing. Okay. What are the chances of this working? 10%? $15? Everything should be 0 right now. Okay, it is. I press 6. Ah! Hey, look at that! Okay. And if I click... Oh, did I get rid of the print string? I probably got rid of the print string. Hopefully I got rid of the print string, and that is why. Card shop. Wait. Setting all the values. Don't need you anymore. On card selected. I did get rid of the stuff. Yes. Let me just finish this, I guess. Get shard counts. There we go. So now instead of this, we already have that loop in place. So just use you. let's see. So what should happen is some of them should say false because I don't have enough currency. Specifically, the first one I think should say false. The red ones. I need to give myself the currency. There you go. So this one should say red. Insufficient currency. Insufficient currency. This one should say sufficient. Success. 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 Step 1, success. Okay. Good. So we're now successfully checking that whether or not we have the currency. If it's insufficient currency, then we're good. But if it's success, now we need to modify some stuff. So I need a function to then remove the currency from the Metacard collectible. Metashard collectibles. So in that case, let's do I shouldn't need this one. I probably need to get rid of it. Get a measure collectible count. Get selected one. Get Metashare collectibles. So I need a new one that is remove subtract Metashare collectible shards. And it's not going to need any outputs, just use an input. Well, it needs several things, I guess. And use the quantity. And he needs to know which one. So I guess index. Let's go with index. Do we have the index here? I can set it. No, I don't have. I don't have the index. Okay, what's a better way of doing this? How do I know which one it is? How can I tell? Is there a way to know which one it is? I have the you know what it is? I have the index here. Index of meta currency. I have that information. Okay. Like I thought I had it, and I do. And the quantity is this. Right, because this is the cost, so it's just how many. That should be correct. I'll put the print string back. Okay, so theoretically, it should remove it. It won't update the value just yet, but it should remove it. Hey, Elaine, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. general unique question that you thought of today and haven't been able to find a clear answer? The answer is 5. Happy to help. Close enough. Good. So if I come here, click success, and the next one should fail? No.
Heads detected, pausing for capitalism.
Oh, right, because I haven't done anything with the freaking interface yet. I'm calling the interface, but obviously I'm not removing anything. Good job, me. I've created a building system that somewhat mimics Valheim in C++, but you need to do some debugging yet. Is it getting some crashes? Well, it's very impressive. I'm sure Valheim's building system is very cool. I've heard good things about it. I've never seen the game, but I heard good things. So, nice. You know, you're, 90% there. The 10% is the hardest because bug fixing is always difficult, but you're so close. It's a really good game if you ever have a chance to play it. I need more time in the day. Has to do with C++, you're in the wrong place. Question about C++ in this channel? You're in the wrong place. My game is 100% blueprints. I have not... It's not even a C++ project. So... Yeah. See, it's even grayed out here. Generate Visual Studio Project's grayed out. Because it's not a C++ project even. Hey Elements, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You do some research on object-oriented programming to understand C++ for all and real. Listen to Elements. They know better than me. What about your dungeon creation system? Is that blue? No, that's C++, but I haven't done any C++, and so my project is not any C++ stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about me. Come on. Don't take the focus away from me. It's all about me. So my game is not 100% C++? No, the game that I made is 100% C++. Someone else made the dungeon. In general, Layden, to answer your question, C++ is nice for people that know it, basically. If you know C++, you can do some things better and faster than blueprints, but that doesn't mean you need to do it that way, except when it comes to probably start doing server, especially, and some multiplayer stuff. Then you're like, okay, C++ will be easier, potentially, or the only way to do something. But this is a single-player game. Yeah, could you create something in C++ that you can't do in blueprints? Possibly. I haven't had a single thing here that I have not been able to do just in blueprints. So it depends really on the kind of game you're making. If you're thinking about like, oh, I'm going to be making like a server type multiplayer game, yeah, you're going to need to be looking into C++ for sure. But if you're, I mean, there's already some blueprints even for stuff like that, but single player, wondering why it seemed like most people don't just go all on C++, because it's more difficult than all on C++ than it would be to use blueprints, because a lot of the things are designed around blueprints. you would be fighting it. Like, it's one thing to go all blueprints, but I think if you go full C++, you would be fighting, making things more difficult for yourself compared to not the other way around. You'd just be limiting what you could do potentially. C++ acts as a base class for blueprints. If you have heavy logic instead of running in blueprints, where you're running, yeah. Yeah, some things are technically more optimized in C++, but I've yet to see, there's yet to be a single project that someone can just like do real world comparison where everything is exactly the same. The only difference is one is blueprints and one C++ to see the actual real world performance differences. Because blueprints has come a long way. It's so much nicer now. And the performance difference between a blueprint and C++ now is lower and lower and lower. To the point where, is there really a noticeable difference? I'm sure you could optimize something somewhere else to get a bigger change in performance than it would be to go with blueprints or C++. Again, stone numbers. You saw mesh assignment done in blueprints. That makes a ton more sense now. You'd imagine blueprints also allow for better tooling in the editor for quick glancing compared to... Oh, yeah. I'm an artist, so for me, C++ is not helpful to... I'm a visual person. I need to see colors. I want to see pretty colored lines, big nodes, and see at a glance like where things are. Like, I'm a very visual person. I can't do C++. I've tried. Ooh. So I need the data table here. Yeah, instead of converting a way underperforming blueprint to C++, it went from 20 FPS drop to almost no FPS drop, doing the same logic in a heavy collision calculation function. I mean, that's a big performance difference, but like, the question then becomes, was the problem specifically where you took exactly what the blueprint was and you made it C++, or did you change any of the logic? Because if you've changed the logic, then the argument would be, what if you did the same logic change in the blueprint? You'd probably also improve performance. So if you did no logic change and it's literally just rewrite it exactly to the thing, literally kept the same logic, okay, then that's the performance difference. What is the... See, like, that would be interesting to see. Like, here's the blueprint, here's the... It is in C++, and here's the, like, comparison, here's the performance values. Like, that would be very interesting to see for me. I don't have that, but... one day. I want to... Can I do... Is there a way to get a row name by index? I think there is. In U5, when getting a data table row, how do I use an index to get the specific rows information? Yeah, I think there's a way of converting it, but get all row names. Use your index to pick the. Oh. Yeah, that is the that is the smarter way to do it. Yep, that checks out. My brain's not braining. Brain's not braining anymore. Get this index, please. That is what we want. That is what we need. Set. Do I need to set members? No. So now I need to do. God, finding structs is such a pain. Because then I need to do a break. We can do it by name for each loop with break. Find where the names match. And if the names match, then set members. We need to update the quantity here. But first we need to get the quantity. So actually I want quantity here as well. And then this will be minus this quantity. And that's the new value. And then we need to set it back, don't we? Because this is no longer a reference. This is now a get. Like it's not a referenced one, I'm pretty sure. I think I need to set it back. Set array element. Set it back to this under this index. And then we're good. Okay. You get a world tick subsystem calling into Blueprint to run the underperforming functions. After you move to C++, you no longer had to call into blueprints on each other with the so it affected. So in a sense, there was a big difference. So I'm curious then the more accurate comparison then would become is if you somehow removed that world tick subsystem calling requirement from the blueprint. I wonder what would be the comparison then. Again, it's one of those things I don't have any data on, and I'd love data. Yeah, Blueprint doesn't have much overhead because it all runs in a virtual machine, like per node, assuming you aren't doing a bunch of So that's why, like, when I don't see any problems of going full blueprints, because unless you have like insane, I mean, even if you're doing insane stuff, it's just the overhead is so small typically that just do what's easier for you, honestly. Yeah, break it. Break after you found it, because that means we're good. Found the thing. Okay, so it's going to do this, and then I guess I do need to refresh the widget. Wait, do I even have that still? Or removed it? Reactivate widget, that's what it's called. I could tell it to refresh that specific value. You know what? Instead of this, yeah, let's do that instead. We just need to have this be a function. Get shard values. Hey QB, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. If you don't clog your game thread with a bunch of intersive loops, you're probably okay. There's plugins that can be crash prone if you're not careful. Async loop events as well. But I feel like that's just true in general, right? If you don't do something really bad, you're not gonna have a really bad time, right? Because you could do some really stupid stuff in C++ as well and have a really bad time the same way you could do it in Blueprints. So I feel like, yeah, if you have clean code, it should be good. Or cleanish. Clean enough. It doesn't have to be perfect, but right, as long as you're not throwing, you know, collision checks or creating dynamic material instances on tick, right, you're probably going to be okay. Not guaranteed, but probably. Okay, let's see. Insufficient, good. Insufficient, good. Now, bottom right. 5, we click. He goes to 0 and has a green for successful purchase. Click again, insufficient. Click, click. Okay. So that is working for the shard count stuff. What's not working is the cost needs to be increasing of these. So every time I buy one, I need to regenerate. As well. Because the values don't get updated. It still says 5. Why still say 5? It should look at... Oh, hold on. Current meta unlocks. I'm updating the I'm updating how many shards. I'm not updating the amount of unlocks I have, or the fact that I unlocked anything. So what I need to do is here, when the card is selected, you get the card reference. I have the card slot index. So what we can do is make it so I add the card slot index to them. Actually, let's do probably at the beginning. Where's the loop? Oh, I have it here. There, it's an index. Set card slot index to be the index. And now we'll know which card it is. And now, if we go back to card selected, before I do this, I'm going to do a sequence. Okay, so then we can do a switch here. Switch on int. Okay. So based on this, we have 9 total. Don't need a default. Which means 0 to 8. Yeah. 9 total. So based off of this, let's do. You know what? I'm just gonna go sequence into sequence just to, for organization's sake. Anyway. So now that we have the 9, we can now set the thing that based on what it is. I might need to do a select, not a switch. Let's see. What's the best way of doing this? I have get meta unlocks. I should be able to use set members in here, right? I'm pretty sure. Where was I here? Sets members in. Because I believe Blueprint Interface gets a reference, not a copy. I confirm that. In UE5, when getting a variable from a Blueprint interface, that's a struct. If I do set members on that struct, it should write back to it. Correct? I believe it should be a reference and not a copy. When you get started with Blueprint interface, you almost always get a copy, not a reference. Really? I thought it was a reference. Okay. Well, good thing I checked. So I would need to then have a set meta unlocks back. Fine. Okay, fine. I was wrong. Okay, so then we have you. Set that unlocks. Now comes the part that I hate, which is basically I have to copy this 9 times and just change the set numbers thing. Oh, there used to be better ways for structs. That's 5. We need 9, so. If any of you know a better way, I'm all for it. I always hate this part. Okay, so this is the next one. 3, 4, 5. Wait. 5. Starting deck size. Deck size, yeah, this is right. Okay. So now that we have all of this, we need to set the new value here. Oh, but then we need to also get the value, don't we? Right. Because I wanted to do just this. I want to just increment it. But if it's not a reference and a copy, then this won't work. I'm tempted to just try it afterwards anyway, once we confirm that it works. If we have time. Just to confirm that I do need this, but... Because it does make mistakes, right? It does make mistakes. But considering I had to do this for another section, my money is on. I did check this last time too. All hooked up. I think we're all hooked up. Giant mess of a thing. Okay. Oh, missed one. Okay. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, so. Ooh, why did I just say successful purchase? Oh. Because I copied this here. I don't want that here now. I want that. Ooh, I want all of this to only happen. I want all that to only happen when it's successful. I just realized that it'll do it always. Successful purchase. And then do this only if it is a successful purchase. Otherwise, it's doing all of that all the time, in which case it's going to increase my... I mean, I'm sure the player would be happy. It's like, hey, free upgrades. Probably wouldn't be very fun, but... Okay. So, insufficient. Good. Insufficient. Good. Ooh, wait. Why did that one go up to 10? Shit. Why did you go up to 10? Okay. That should have gone to 10. Well, there's a mistake somewhere. What's the mistake? Oh, the mistake is I have HP upgrades still selected on all of them. Good job, mate. I didn't. Good job, me. Okay, let's try that again. One more time from the top. Insufficient. 5 and 5. Good. Buy. It is 10. This is still 5. Cannot buy. Cannot buy. I buy this one. It goes to 10. And now it says insufficient. I buy, it's 10. I buy again, it's 15. I'm out, it's insufficient. It all works. Every time it goes up, and also the value is increasing. So I bought this once, that's that. Now it says 1 to 2%, right? Let's take a look at it one more time. Just to see. Right, 0 to 2.5, it goes 2.5 to 5, 5 to 7.5. I don't like the flash, I will say. But I don't know a way around that one. Yeah, because it goes to this card when it regenerates, and then it goes back to here. I can work around that. What needs to happen is for it to not do it when we're generating cards, except when it's initial generation. Yeah, here. I need to not do this. Except initial generation. So what we can do is... let's add a new variable. Initial generation. It'll be on by default. And then it will set it to be off here. And in here, if it's equal to 0 and initial generation is true. So only set that on the initial. Theoretically, that should prevent the flashing. There's no reason for it to set that. Preview. Okay, so we come here. All right, we're in this one. Click. Zero to 5. 5 to 10? Yeah. Oh, I'm in the way. Good job being here. Here's 0 to 2.5. Click. Click. No flash. It just updates immediately. That's fantastic. Okay. I'm probably still gonna need some controller support here to set up. Let's see, because we haven't done that yet. That was me. Yep. Yeah. So if I go further right here, it goes out. So we need to do a custom navigation here. Thankfully, that we can do. We've done that plenty of times. We just copy one of the previous ones. Let's go and grab one of the other ones. Probably can grab from here. Copy. Selected index can be a global variable. And now we should be good. Just need to go to the grid panel. Let's see. Controller support. Ooh, why is it still going too far on the right? This is working. I guess I do need to do something about this. Why is it? Why can I still go right here? Oh, it's because... What? Is it? is it doing the custom navigation, or is it doing it on... It's printing. Oh, now it's doing it. As always, you add a print string and it realizes that, oh, yeah, that, you know, I should be going next here. Yeah, so now we can go back and forth here, down and up. Yeah, now it all is working. Add a print string, have it realize that, yeah, it's supposed to be doing stuff. Let's remember the print string, should be still fine. Thanks, Unreal. You never cease to disappoint. Yeah, there we go. To full control. So I should be able to... pressing X doesn't do anything because I need to enable the stuff. So a couple of things. Here we need to set it to... Player. Where's my... Yeah, simulate. Turn that on. There's only one part of Common UI that I actually use, which is the ability of just hiding the mouse automatically. There we go. Mouse is insufficient. Good. You can exit this all full controller, and if I gave myself the currency. Insufficient. Oh, there we go. That seems like it's working. Yeah, controller. It did glitch out there for a moment, though. Let me just try again. Because it seemed like it moved where my cursor was the first time I did it. Or where my selection was the first time I did it. Just want to double check. So if I... let's buy this one. If I press left... No, it's correct. It's still where it's supposed to be. Okay, sweet. Yeah, okay. I'm not used to seeing the controller buttons appearing here. I've been working with 1, 2, 3, 4, right, left, right click. That's the first time that I see it with the controller buttons appearing. That like, oh, that doesn't seem right. No, it is. That's right. That's the buttons that currently assign. Hey, Loki, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. And thank you. Thank you. So now our meta progression shop is set up and working. The only thing that needs to still happen, though, is the not these two. This one needs to still do something. And this one still needs to do something, because currently getting those still doesn't actually increase my deck size. So yeah, I need to still execute the what happens when you buy them, because we're just in the values, storing that we have the upgrade. What happens when you get the upgrade? It still needs to be set up. So that's going to be the next thing. And then we need to set up this screen. Right, we have the weapon tab, which is this technically, which is your current weapon and its abilities. But we need to still create the stats screen, and we need to make it so you can actually navigate between these. And I guess more importantly, after this is done, before I guess we do the weapon screen, I actually need to be able to still access the deck builder here. Because right now, there's no way of accessing the deck builder. So maybe a good thing to do. Maybe I should start looking into that now. I can do. What's the best way of doing this? What do you have for these? All it is checking that something. This is all really we care about. But that's done through the hub for the deck builder. The HUD, not hub. So you just reuse this one and just change the portal. So this is Dungeon Shovel, which would be deck builder. And I just need to change the portal. So, what portal do we want? Obviously, we'll change that this is not visible. Which ones do we have? We have the fiery red one. We have the kind of magical swirl in. And we have like the clouds. This one won't have very much of anything. So this is the one we have, I believe. Yeah, that's the same swirl. We have this is the one for the boss. We can go with a purplish one. It's not the worst. It's not amazing. I think this is the one for the shop in the dungeon. White. Could go white. Could go with this one. Kind of next to each other. Oh, what is this? This one seems very trippy. Ooh. I'm thinking of this one. It has like a purple inside. I think that's pretty cool. It's different than the other ones, right? Because these don't have that. So maybe that one. But I mean, that one might be too cool to just use for a deck builder. This is like a blue water one. I mean, honestly, maybe that one's okay because pretty much all of them except the boss one is blue. You know what? We'll use this one. This is what? Portal 7. Is it Portal 7? No, I'm transparency. Oh god, let me. This is 7. We don't want 7. This is 9. Okay, so we just need to change from here. Change the portal. 9. Reparent. Oh god damn it! That. Really? That's this one? Let's look at them here. Clearly seeing them in the world doesn't work. could go with 7. No, not that. I mean, 4's not bad. I could go with 4. That's the one we're using for the boss. That is creepy as hell. We don't want that. And that's the one for the other one. So I guess this one? It's not terrible. Yep. Okay, we can go with this. And then we don't need this check. We don't need this. I believe we just need to grab the HUD and do open, no, load deck builder. Okay, so if we now drop you here, let's just make sure that it works, first of all. Nice. That works right. Okay. Do we want to make it as... I don't think I want to make it as big as the other ones, potentially. I mean, it probably should be as big as the other ones. Because the other ones are 2x, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're scale 2. I'm just thinking. How do I place this? Also, I made it not line up to the 50 mark. Let's do a fixing on this. Yeah. I need to be grid aligned. Okay, if we have it maybe here, I can get rid of the stones, embed it inside. I think that's probably fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work. So, we're gonna need a few things then here. I need you. I need you. Just these two. Yep. Both of those. We need the cutout. We also need the plane. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So you just do that and then drop you down. And then for the rocks, we just need to cut them out. So just not have them go as far here. Okay. That's looking good. Just need to grab you and you. And this is the deck builder. Hey, Doodle? Did I copy everything? Can't go in. I can interact. Can't interact yet. Oh, I need to also change, right. I also need to adjust the box to be 200, 350, 350. So that should now line up with you. Does it? Why are you not on the grid? There we go. So now that lines up, which means let's just grab you, copy you to here. Let's copy the location. And let's drop this down. Okay, so now whenever we see the words or the E, we should be able to do that. To press the button. And then we're good. So, can't do anything. And E. There you go. Get out of the way. Oh, I can still do it here. Why can't I still do it there? Copy this. Paste. Up. Paste. Up. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, awesome. We did it. That was very productive. We got the entire meta progression shop pretty much 95% done. And now we have a way of getting back to the deck builder. Which is good. So yay. That was me. So I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night. I'll be back tomorrow. And we'll finish up the last little bit of the meta progression. Make sure the deck builder is, I mean, should be operational. Clearly seems like it is. And then we continue to the stat screen. Now that we have the meta progression stuff actually giving us stats, we can actually display those stats on a stat screen. Amazing. I know. Crazy stuff. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.